How can you identify parts of speech by function? Imagine you're trying to solve a puzzle where each piece is a word, and your goal is to see how each piece fits into the sentence. That's what identifying parts of speech by function is all about. It's like playing a game where you figure out what role each word plays in the sentence, not just what it looks like or what it means. First, you need to understand the 8 main parts of speech and what they do. Nouns are words that name people, places, things, or ideas. For example, in the sentence, "The dog barked," the word dog is a noun because it's the thing doing the barking. Pronouns are words like she, he, or they that take the place of nouns. For example, she is happy. She is a pronoun replacing a noun. Verbs show actions or states of being. In he runs, runs is the verb because it shows what he is doing. Adjectives describe or modify nouns or pronouns. Think of red in red apple. It tells us more about the apple. Adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs, often ending in lie. For example, she sings beautifully. Beautifully describes how she sings. Prepositions show relationships between words like on, under, or between. For example, the book is on the table. On links book and table. Conjunctions connect words or groups of words such as and, but, or because. For example, I like apples and oranges. Interjections are words that express strong feelings like wow or oh no. Next, you can test a word in different sentences to see what role it plays. For example, if you put a word after I like the and it makes sense, it's probably a noun. Like I like the music, so music is a noun. If a word fits after she will, it's likely a verb like run in she will run. If a word can describe a noun and can be taken out without breaking the sentence, it's probably an adjective. For example, the red car, removing red still leaves a complete sentence. The car. If a word modifies a verb or an adjective and ends in lie, it's probably an adverb. Like he runs quickly, where quickly tells us how he runs. Look at the endings and forms of words too. Many adverbs end in lie, and adjectives might end in is, full, or able. Verbs change from with tense like run, ran, or running. Nouns often have plural endings like s, or show possession with an apostrophe and s. Position in the sentence also helps. Words before a noun often act as adjectives like blue sky. Words after a verb might be an adverb like run fast. Prepositions are usually followed by a noun phrase such as under the bridge. You can also use dictionaries. They list the parts of speech for each word and give examples. Phonetics can help too, especially with words that look the same but have different functions, like record as a noun or a verb, depending on where the stress falls. Remember, some words can serve more than one role depending on how they are used. For example, run can be a noun in a run in the park or a verb in I run every morning. The key is to look at how the word interacts with other words in the sentence. So, in the end, identifying parts of speech by function is like being a detective. You watch how words behave, where they are in the sentence, and what they do. It's a simple but powerful way to understand grammar better and see how language works in everyday talk.